Alright, it's Saturday, boys, and we started this challenge on Thursday, and you can see I'm at the beach right now, and I woke up and Nasdaq was in the take profit, which means the phase one is passed. The phase one is passed in what, 2 days? In 2 days, literally 2 trades. So that's the point what I want to share. It's whenever you're buying the new account, what you need to do, what you want to do is wait for that A plus setup and then risk 2%. That's all you need to do. Buy new, because what people do most of the times, they buy a new account and they trade their account the same day, even though there is no setup, because they just want to rush the process. You know, like, okay, I bought an account, but I knew there was that A plus setup for me, so that's why I bought an account, right? That's why I started the challenge Thursday, because there was that A plus setup. So that's a tip for you guys. Whenever you buy an account, wait for an A plus setup and go 2% risk, and it can give you really nice buffer. You know, it can give you great buffer, 4 or 5% to start the challenge. You're gonna be halfway done, and it's gonna be way easier for psychology, way easier for you overall to pass that phase one. So phase one is passed right now. I need to wait 1 or 2 trading days to be like done, complete, because I have only like 1-2 trading days, and there is like 3, I believe, minimum, so I need to wait. But other than that, ready for verification now, which is only 5%, so I think it can be passed next week. Market's looking good, and see you at the charts. But before the breakdown, boys, I want to show you the Funding Pips website for you to see as transparent as possible. This is the account. I bought that account September 11. Today is September 14. It's Sunday, so market is closed. I bought that account Thursday, as I said, and the account was passed Friday. And as you can see, these trades, they were both, silver was taken at Friday, Nasdaq was taken at Thursday, but they were both closed at Friday, so that's why it says only 1 trading day, so I need to wait 2 more trading days. But yeah, as you can see, the profit target is passed, 8%, as you can see, PNL. So I risked 2% for 2 hours on both trades. Okay, so that was it. As you can see, the balance 54.19, 54.19. For you guys as well, this is the MT5 balance 54.19. This is the Nasdaq trade, and this is the silver trade from here to here, as you can see, and Nasdaq from here to here. Markets is currently closed. So just for you guys, as transparent as possible, 54.19, 54.19, and yeah, let's go break that down. Alright, boys, we are at the charts, and let's break down silver first. In the last episode, I said on silver what I'm gonna be waiting for is either break and retest of this range, okay? Because I pointed that price was still creating these higher lows, and this was the CPI candlestick, and price broke above this level of resistance and close above after CPI. So at that point, that was clear indication that price is bullish. Okay, so I was explaining that I can see price going there either for a retest or somewhere under these lows to potentially make a bigger pullback. But as I said, I was pointing that price is making higher lows, and higher lows. So I wanted to buy, obviously. So I said the first setup would be some type of a break and retest of this to go higher, or break and retest of these highs to go higher. And when price broke it, the next day was Asian session, and I saw this push to the upside, so I just waited for a retest, okay? And as you know, how I trade is break and retest, so I set my limit at this zone, okay? I set my stop loss. My stop loss went under here. Original value stop loss would be here, but I put it here because based on risk reward, because I I wasn't thinking, hey, based on H4 as well, price is not gonna go this deep to pull back if price want to continue to be bullish, okay? So simple break and retest buy limit on that zone, on that previous high, and I was targeting 2R, which was met, yeah, which was met right here. That's the silver trade. So as I said, simple break and retest, and also we got a little bit of a kind of pattern here when price was creating the same level of resistance all the time, but price was creating a series of higher lows. And you know, when price is creating some type of a this, that most likely means price is gonna break above. So that was what happened. I waited for the break, waited for the retest, placed myself here, stop loss safe under the lowest low, and TP at 2R, so that was the 4% because I risked 2% on this trade, so that's the silver trade. And if you guys want to see as well on MT5, this was the break and retest resistance. So break, retest, as you can see, this is the entry, this is the exit. If I zoom on M15, this is the entry, this was the exit. Exactly as I said, this was the entry, okay, on this yellow zone, previous high, previous lows, previous market structure high. This is the entry, this is the TP for 2R, this is TP for 2R, and that's for the silver trade. And when it comes to Nasdaq, what I saw and why I took this trade, so Nasdaq overall on the higher time frames is still pretty much bullish. There's again no reason to sell long term, okay, so this was the swing low, this was the swing high, and price was trending exactly at that swing high. So what I saw as well, when price pulled back, it created this huge higher low point, which is also a double bottom, which price broke, retested multiple times. So I'm expecting price to go way higher on Nasdaq, maybe till the end of the year. Let's see. But I'm gonna be bullish on Nasdaq, and that's why I took this trade. Okay, so first confirmation, this double bottom, huge multiple rejection, structure on H1 M30 still being maintained bullish. And what I wanted to see and why I decided to take this buy on Nasdaq. So if you pay attention to this candlestick, which closed right here, it closed above this previous all-time high closures, and it closed above this current resistance, which was the current higher high point. So at that point I was like, okay, Nasdaq is ready to go higher because we closed above previous all-time high closures resistance and this structure resistance, which is basically new higher high point. So I was ready to go higher, but how do I want to enter? I want to enter on a pullback. So I went on M15, and basically what I did, I placed my buy limit exactly at the previous all-time high candlestick closures. Stop loss went here, could have been here probably, but I wanted to be safe, so I went here. This was, by the way, the CPI candlestick, so I wanted to place my stop loss under that CPI candlestick. And TP was 2R, which was met next day, which is the Friday. For you guys, this is the MT5, and as you can see, this is the entry, this is the stop loss, this is the take profit, excuse me, 2R with a stop loss here. This is the same account, 54.19, entry, stop loss, and entry, take profit, and it matches perfectly with the trading view. So that was the Nasdaq trade, and as I said, bullish on every time frame. When this H4 candlestick closes above this all-time high closures, above this resistance, I was like, okay, we are ready to push higher to make that push. And that was the trade. Beautiful trade, almost no drawdown as you can see on Nasdaq because the entry was here and TP was it in around 24 hours, 26 hours, which is amazing. So breakdown for the upcoming week, boys, would be simple. Nasdaq still pretty much bullish. This is the area of interest for me. I would be waiting for price to pull back, reject, retest, and go higher. There is no reason for you guys to sell this market. Even though we are at the all-time highs, there is no reason to sell. If market structure and price is doing this on every time frame, there is no reason to try to call the tops, go with the trend, go with the flow. You're gonna make the most amount of money. That's with Nasdaq. Zone number 1 for entry, zone number 2 for entry, and I'm gonna be looking to take price to the new all-time highs on Nasdaq. So that's with Nasdaq, and
With gold for the next week, gold is pretty much at the same spot. The safest play would be break and retest of this all-time high resistance closures right here and to go higher. If price is gonna break under this level of support, okay, I'm gonna be waiting for either this or this zone act as a level of support, create some type of a lower time frame structure shift to go higher. So on gold, I'm bullish as well. The safest play would be break and retest of the all-time highs. On silver, the trade was taken right here, so this resistance is tested. So what I'm gonna be waiting for right now is, to me, this is a pullback. This wasn't a not a significant enough pullback because this isn't 38.20. Okay, so not significant enough pullback for me, which means all this is one push. So right now I'm waiting for a pullback where at least to this wick or this wick right here. So I marked out all this white zone for you guys. I'm gonna be marking now again here or here. Beautiful zone to go buy on silver. So silver as well, waiting for a pullback, but there is no reason, as you can see the market structure, boys, there is no reason for us to sell silver. Wait for a pullback, wait for higher low to be formed, which you can spot by lower time frame structure shift. Okay, if you drop on M15 and you will see lower time frame structure shift break into the upside, back to the upside, because on M15, if price is gonna go here, that means price is gonna do something like this, right? Then price is here. What you're gonna be waiting for, lower time frame structure shift, something like this. Then price is ready to go where? Swing high. So that's gonna be with silver. So gold, silver, NAS bullish. EU pretty much bullish as well. And on EU, it happened exactly the thing what I was saying. I was saying we broke this major trend line, we broke this level of resistance, and price was trending right here at the last breakdown. And I was saying I want to see this trend line to be respected, rejected, and go higher. Which this was the CPI candlestick. This move was impossible to catch for me. Price liquidated to the downside, made a huge wick, huge rejection, and went higher and closed higher, which made this level as a rejection level. And price broke structure to the upside again on this M30 time frame. So what I don't like, the only thing what I don't like on EU is this level of resistance. But if price can break this level of resistance, that would make EU an A-class setup, because break, retest, rejection of this, and aim would be this swing high. Because if I zoom on a daily, still guys, this is the swing low on a daily, this is the swing high. All of this is pullback because swing high was never ever tapped. Okay, so if price is gonna break on EU this level of resistance, I think there is a really high probability we are gonna tap into this swing high. I'll mark it for you guys as a swing high, and that's gonna be my target for the next week, which is gonna make EU an A-class setup. So I'm gonna be waiting for EU for sure. So gold, silver, EU, Nasdaq bullish. I also have an EJ, which I was analyzing for you guys as well. I was saying break and retest of this H4 resistance, which happened perfectly. I didn't took this trade because I was already in two trades, Nasdaq and silver. No point for me to take it. So right now what I'm expecting on EJ, this as a TP1, this as a TP1, this as a TP2, which is what? Negative 27 on this H4 Fips. So if price is still gonna continue this bullish structure on M30 and M15, which price is creating series of higher lows and higher highs, this is a great target on EJ for us guys. I also added GJ for this next upcoming week because GJ finally broke above this huge strong level of resistance, which price was respecting almost 1 month, and right now we broke above finally. How can I identify this is a broken level of resistance? It's simple. If price is gonna close at least one or more full candlestick above this resistance. As you can see, price here closed above, but the next candlestick shot price down, which this is a fake out. This breakout is not valid, okay? Right here, different scenario, because as you can see, this we got multiple candlesticks closing above this level of resistance, above this yellow zone, which make this level broken, level. So what I'm gonna be waiting for is some type of a range and then a huge push to the upside on GJ. I think that is a really probable thing to happen, but let's see. I'm not trying to predict, I'm trying to react on the markets. But if I'm gonna see some type of a range, some type of a huge rejection, I'm gonna be entering here with a stop loss under, and I'm gonna be targeting 2-3R, depends. So that's it. GJ, basically guys, every pair is bullish. Why? Higher time frames, H4 daily is bullish. Lower time frames, 30 minute, H1, 15 minute is bullish again as well. So there is no reason for me to call the tops. So I'm gonna be waiting for EU as an A-class setup, Nasdaq as an A-class setup for sure, and GJ as an A-class setup. So these three setups, I think there is a really high probability of them happening. So maybe next week we can pass the verification, which would be amazing. So that's it for the breakdown, guys. If you have some questions, feel free to ask down in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video.